Hello everybody, this is Dr. Whipple for English 154 Fall 15. I want to talk to you a little bit about paper number 1. You can see the description of paper number 1 that is provided for you on our Blue Line site, but I also want to tell you a little bit more about it so that you'll give your fullest opportunity, get your fullest opportunities and give your fullest effort to it and not have to revise as much perhaps if you choose to revise it later on. Paper 1 needs to be either a video, a keynote, or a PowerPoint in which you describe and present yourself as a consumer, user, and conduit of energy. Now, when we talk about energy, I just want you to know that we're talking about any kind of energy: kinetic, solar, um, uh, electrical, nuclear. Think about where the energy that you consume comes from. Think about where the energy comes from that you plug into at the end and when you plug in your iPhone, say, or your laptop into an electrical outlet. Think about all of these things. I want you to try as much as you can to trace these back to their source. Okay. Again, using web, you can use web research, you can ask people, you can interview people, as long as you can trace back, your energy. For example, I live in North Omaha. There's a large electrical power plant in North Omaha. There's also a nuclear power plant in Fort Calhoun. That one's closed right now. So my power comes from coal because coal is mined from where I don't know. I should probably figure that out. And then it is brought to the power plant on the banks of the Missouri River about a mile and a half from my house, and it's burned and converted into electrical energy. That's where my electricity comes from. You might want to look at call OPPD, or maybe call facilities and ask where the energy that comes to the university, for example, is generated. Anyway, so that's what I mean by looking at your energy sources and tracing them back to the last common denominator. Okay? Another thing I want to ask you to do is to show us you as a human being. Show us you as a human being who's actually living and exploring and thinking about these technologies. Don't say, well, I use an iPhone and it uses electricity. But that's not much. That's not much. We need to go a lot further than that. You'll find that this course is going to push you for detail, perhaps more than other courses in writing have pushed you for. In fact, now that we're actually talking about writing, I can say that detail is better than no detail. And there's hardly, I've been teaching for 34 years, and there's been rarely a time when a student has given me too much detail. Usually it's the other way around. They're not giving me enough, and they're not providing enough, not only just for me, but for the audience as well. Okay? All right. Third, rather. Okay, so go into detail. Show us you. Tell stories about the time you did X or the time you did Y. All right? Third thing is third thing is broken into two parts. First, do not ever begin a paper for this class with, in this paper I will. Okay? We know it's you. We know you're writing a paper. Don't be that self-evident. Okay? Second, do not under any circumstances begin this project or any other project for this class with a dictionary definition. According to Webster's dictionary, energy is blah, blah, blah. Do not do this, okay? Everybody does this. It's a very common strategy in high school English, and while it may work for high school, we're looking for a little bit more fluency, a little bit more muscles in our rhetorical repertoire. So leave that alone. Start another way. Start with something exciting. Start with something interesting. Start with a joke. Start with a humorous story. Okay? I'm not telling you how that you must structure this, only that it must have an intended structure. We will work together. It is better for us to work together on revising, for you to learn by revising, than it is for me to provide you with a list of do's and don'ts, because generally people do the do's but don't do the don'ts. Okay? So, finally, have fun with this paper. Use pictures, use text. Don't use any weird fonts that we can't read. Remember what we talked about a few classes ago in not using, if you have dark text, use a light background. If you have light text, use a dark background. Okay. Remember that a good engaging PowerPoint often has both words and images, okay? But not every slide has to have an image. If you're working with a video, please remember what we talked about yesterday in class about composing. In fact, look up at the discussion from last class and look at the do's and don'ts for that all the 5 groups provided. Okay, do the do's and don't do the don'ts. All right. Finally, I'll repeat this. Have fun with this project. Go out on a limb. Remember, this is a draft. I'm not grading this. Okay, I'm going to give you comments for revision, but I'm not going to grade it. Okay, bring it and your device to watch it on, laptop, iPad, phone if you have to, but I prefer a laptop or an iPad. And if you don't have those available, that's not a problem. We have computers that we can use in the classroom because you're going to be sharing them according to certain parameters that I'll provide in class tomorrow and eliciting and soliciting comments from your classmates, from your group members actually, on how to improve this. All right? If you have any questions, my office number is 2520 for 280-2520. You know my email address, it's on the syllabus. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I'll be checking email probably till at least 8 o'clock tonight, maybe 9. Okay, so have fun with this project, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.